Hello everyone, my name is Professor Karen Harris and I'm from the Department of Historical and Heritage Studies. I'm here today to talk to you about the taking of modules for your non-law credits with our department. So welcome to UP, welcome to the Department of Historical and Heritage Studies. You can also call us the His and Her Studies. Now, as lawyers, if somebody comes along to you and says, I love you, your answer is, do you have the evidence to support your statement? And so, in line with that, I'm going to present the evidence of why we think it is a very good idea for you to take history, GS 110 and GS 120 as your non-law electives. You need 24 credits in non-law modules. And I've got a number of reasons or the evidence to tell you why. First up is these history modules provide you with the essential historical background for your study of the development of law, and this is critical to your degree. Secondly, these modules we present highlight the key historical events which shaped the progress of humankind in Europe, Africa, and South Africa, events which underlie legal development. If you are doing a court case about a land situation, you will need to understand the historical background and the historical context in terms of what happened in South African society and what pieces of legislation and what historical forces were playing a role. Next up, you need to contextualize the legal world in historical perspective so that you will gain more insight and a better understanding of the various processes. And then lastly, taking history courses together with your studies in law is actually an international trend. In fact, there are many institutions throughout the world that expect you to do history when you do your law degree. Now, what exactly do we do in these first year modules? At first year, we do the first module on world history, and we look at the origin and development of various interconnective systems. In the second semester, in GS 120, which is the module that I'll be teaching you, you look at the African continent, and then we move, which is the continent we live on, by the way, and then we move to doing South African history and looking at the society we live in today. And obviously, as lawyers within this particular context, it is critical that you do take this course. Now, GS 110, The Making of the Modern World, is a survey course, and that will start in March and go through to the middle of the year. It's a selection of themes on Asia, Africa, and the Americas, as well as Europe, and their contribution to the making of the modern world as we know it today. Secondly, in the second module, the module that I will be teaching, as I said, Africa and South Africa, we look at the various forces that played a role in the most significant developments in our past, both in terms of Africa and South Africa. Now, besides the content, history is also a skills-driven course, and that is so essential for what you as lawyers do. When you stand up in court, you need evidence. You need to put together an argument, and you need to be able to detect bias and read critically and analytically. And these are all the skills that are absolutely embedded in what we do in history. So besides the context, besides the information, you also are equipped with a number of very relevant skills. Now, this screen is really the hard evidence. Here you will see students from the law faculty over the various years having won various competitions, and I can pick out in all of these groups students who are actually in my class doing the history GS 120, and they'd often say to me, Prof, if it hadn't been for our historical background, we would never have been able to win the moot court or the other prizes that were awarded. Some of these prizes are of an international nature. The bottom picture shows the team of learners from the University of Pretoria who studied law, and they won the school's moot court competition in Poland. And at least half of those students came from the history degrees. So if that's not enough evidence, I don't know what. So first semester, GS 110, Global History. Second semester, GS 120, Africa and South African History. This is where you're on your way to your law degree, and we hope that we can be part of that journey as you take on this new career in your life. It is, after all, the intelligent choice. We wish you everything of the very best with your studies, and I hope to see you in our classes, either online or in person, in the future. Good luck and goodbye.